I speak into the cosmos, and my words ripple like light codes.
Ooh, now let's break down the law of correspondence, okay? Now, this one is simple, but it's still deep, okay? It's that as above, so below kind of law, as within, so without. And so pretty much it's translating to your outer life is a mirror of your inner life, your inner story, your womb story, your money story, your relationship story, okay? So if inside your inner self, your thoughts are, my body can't do this. I keep having miscarriages. Like, I'm always going to be working for the rest of my life. Like, what do you think's going to happen to the outside? Whatever's in your inner world is going to reflect to your outer world, okay? The doctors, sometimes they give us a diagnosis, and that replays in our mindset all the time. The diagnosis of, it's going to be hard for you to have a baby. It's a high chance that you will have fertility issues. We replay exactly what the doctor says over and over and over and over and over again until it fully manifests as our reality. And then you have those of us like me that will say, thank you for that information, and do something about it, because I get to decide what I accept and what I reject. So don't allow those conversations in your head to reinforce those negative things that people have said over you. Even in relationships, you ain't never gonna be anything. Ain't nobody gonna want you. Ain't nobody gonna want a woman who don't have kids, a woman who does have kids, a woman who's this size, or like, we replay those. We reinforce those negative words that are like swords. We talked about the law of vibration. We keep repeating the same shit. It's a vibration that we hold. So some of y'all think y'all cursed, but it's really your enemy within you. Because why would somebody keep telling herself, why would you keep telling yourself these negative things? That is your inner enemy, making sure that you do not get what is destined for you. And y'all think it's a curse. No, you cursing yourself. A lot of curses don't happen through like a lot of candles. A lot of curses happen through what? Words. Words are swords. And you cursing yourself. I don't give a fuck if somebody tells you one thing. You don't have to keep repeating it over and over and over and over and over and over. Okay? It's not a curse. It's correspondence. It is the outer. It's just reflecting the inner. So again, if you are repeating those words that your mama said, that your ex said, that your daddy said, that the doctor said, it's going to reflect in the outer realm, because it's in the inner realm. You're literally creating this world, and it's showing up in the physical realm. Okay? One of my juju mamas lived this. She used to say out loud, I would never get pregnant. I can't get pregnant. Every time I've been trying 15 years, I can't get pregnant. And so what do you think? She just couldn't get pregnant. Okay? When she went to the doctor was like, I don't know why you can't get pregnant. Her labs were good. Her husband's labs were good. But I do believe the declaration that she kept speaking of her life for 15 years, that shit was damn near set in stone. And I told her, I said, you're going to have to work on your mindset. We always want to light a candle. We want to do this, want to do that, instead of working on our mindset. So eventually, this sister, she shifted her inner script to, I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. I told her, just use simple words. You ain't got to say a whole sentence. So she kept saying, I'm pregnant. And she would rub her belly. I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. She would rub her belly. Her husband would rub the belly. I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. I mean, she would speak that until she finally believed it for herself. And so she started seeing babies, baby clothes. She started hearing baby voices. You know, she was led to get a fertility doll. And I just said, stay with the I'm pregnant, I'm pregnant, I'm pregnant, I'm pregnant, I'm pregnant. How many months are you? Like really play with that energy. And so y'all know what happened eventually. Her outside started to shift too. And I'm telling you, 15 years in the game, that declaration came true. She became pregnant, y'all, because her inner language changed. And that is the law of correspondence. You don't just change the world by forcing it on the outside. You change the story that you're telling yourself on the inside. That's what changes it, okay? So I want y'all to listen to the stories that you are telling yourself this week, the stories that you're telling your womb, the stories that you are telling yourself in the mirror when it comes to how you look, how you feel, your situation. What are you telling yourself when nobody's listening? And if it does not match, I love these bells. If it doesn't match the reality that you desire, you need to rewrite it and you need to speak it differently, say it different. Let your inner words correspond to your future, not your past. I don't care what happened in the past. That no longer exists. What exists is us right now in this present moment and what you are bringing forth and calling in and pulling into the future. Your words will not return to you void, whether it is positive or negative. So, as within, so without. So start within so the outside can catch up. That is the law of correspondence.